Hey everybody, welcome to my very first YouTube video. I am so excited to be showing you how I got this fall inspired soft glam look. I am going to be showing you how I went from looking like this, which is fine, don't get me wrong, she looked good, but from this to this, luminous skin, fall inspired eyes, and 2 lips. So please subscribe and like and keep watching. Alright, I'm taking my Fenty Soft Matte Primer and I'm going to put that all over the face, everywhere that I anticipate putting makeup, and that means up under the jaw and onto the neck as well. And I'm taking a sip of some Sauvignon Blanc because I was a little nervous. I'm going to go in with my Fenty Pro Filter Foundation in the shade 430. This is the original foundation that she came out with, and honestly, to be perfectly honest with y'all, I don't know why I picked up this foundation. It is pretty basic. It's also not even my fall color, but whatever. I just needed some coverage and something to put on. And I wanted it to be kind of matte because I knew I was going to go luminous with some other products. So I'm just taking that, going down the neck and trying to blend it in as best as I can, because as you can see, it's a little bit warm for me at this time of year, but we're gonna make it work. And I don't know what was going on there. It smelled a little funny, but we are gonna work with it. I also took a little bit more on my beauty blender just to get a little more coverage and went ahead and blended it in. Now I'm taking my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Maple, and I'm going to brighten up some areas of the face and highlight up under the eyes and down the center of the face, down the forehead, nose, and chin, just to brighten up those areas and offer some additional coverage and brightness. I'm going to go ahead and take my beauty blender to blend that concealer out. This concealer is very full coverage. She juicy too, so she takes a minute to blend out. So I'll let y'all watch me do that. Now for the nose, and to just blend out a little bit more, I went ahead and took my Sephora concealer brush. It's a little more detailed, so I just wanted something smaller to get those little fine areas. Now at this point, I realized I need to move my light, and my lighting improved so much, so I was a little bit hyped. Hey. Alright, then I got it together. Alright, let's go. Now I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation for a contour, and I bought this for my all over shade, but I got it a couple shades too dark because they're not letting you test out foundations right now in Ulta, so I got the wrong shade, but it is a perfect contour shade. And I was a little bit floored because I was like, Anastasia, girl, you did that with this. All right, so I'm just going ahead and blending that in with my beauty blender as my contour shade and going down the sides of the nose as well. I really like this foundation and I want to go back and get my right shade in it too. Now with my Fenty concealer, I'm just going back in those areas where my highlight meets my contour just to clean it up a little bit. Balancing is the name of the game, so I want to create a seamless, flawless blend. So I'm just adding a little bit more concealer to get the blend that I want. Alright, so as you can see, I was pretty pleased with how my skin products were looking, so I'm gonna go ahead and set it all into place with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose powder in the shade Deep Peach, and I really love this powder. It just creates such a smooth look and gets everything set down like it's supposed to be. And I'm also taking the shade Banana and a little powder puff, and I'm gonna bake with that in my highlight areas. Now with this Tarte contour palette, which I never probably would have picked up in the store, it was actually gifted to me in a contest by my line sister Crystal, Choose Beauty. I'm going to just go over my contour areas to create a little bit more depth. And with the Fenty bronzer in Mocha Mami, I am going to take that same brush and start warming up my face just to make sure that it appears that I have a bloodstream. Now with a little leftover concealer, I'm just going to prep my eyes and run a spoolie through my brows to get them into place. Now say what you want about Jaclyn Hill, honey, but this palette she did with Morphe does what needs to be done. So I'm going to take the shade Buns as my transition shade and blend that through the crease, and then the shade Hunts to warm up the crease a little bit. Like we said, we're doing fall inspired soft glam, so of course we need a little bit of autumn warmth in there. So I'm just blending that out, taking it through the crease. Now I'm taking a smaller brush and going with the shade Jax and just putting that right in my crease. And instead of blending it out, I'm going to keep it in the crease to create a little depth. And I'm also putting it up underneath the eyes to kind of balance the upper and lower lids. And now with this cool tone brown shade, I am going to create even more depth in my crease and go ahead and start blending that in. Now with my NARS Afterglow palette, I'm going to use a shade called Riding High, a neutral champagne shimmery shade, and just apply that to my lids. Now hold on now, y'all hear that beat? Do you hear the track? It's some fire, right? Okay, that's all I'm saying. Alright, now I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix powder, and basically I'm going to use this in my Fenty brush to unbake. That means I'm going to take my bake off using this powder, and that powder is really smoothing, and I'm also going to go back and clean up some areas where I feel like I just need a little more sharpness. Now with a MAC blush called Burnt Pepper, I'm going to put some blush on. Alright, now I'm going to take my Benefit Precisely My brow pencil and just start filling in my brows. I don't have a problem with my brows, and I don't like them to be too perfect or sharp, so I just use the pencil to fill them in and balance them, and you can see the difference here between done and undone. So I just give them a little more color, a little more definition. Just some mascara, top and bottom, y'all know how that go. Alright, let's pop on some lashes. I'm going to use the style Bambi from Boss Glam Lashes. You can use my code STEPH to get 10% off of any of Boss Glam's products, including those tweezers and lash glue. The lash glue is awesome. It dries quickly and it is super adhesive, so definitely want to try them out. And while the glue is drying down a bit, I'm just going to do a little bit of wing liner to give my eyes a little bit more definition. Period. Now I'm going to take some Morphe Luminous Setting Spray and just go over the face to add a little bit of glow. Now to top off my lip, y'all, I got that new, that unreleased, that Raw Skin Beauty lip gloss. This is a line coming out by my makeup bestie Reagan W. MUA. She is an awesome makeup artist and she has started her own line of products. And I'm so happy and excited that she gave me some of her lip glosses and lashes, which I'll show later, to try. But that is the shade Risque. It is a peachy pink metallic lip gloss, super soft, super wearable, and that is the shade Undress Me, which is a clear that I've been using just in my everyday life. So that is what they look like on my skin tone. Now I was clearly excited to try this lip gloss on, so let's pop it on and see. Ooh, oh, okay, look at that color payoff. That was one swipe, and look how shiny and metallic it is. So let's keep applying. Okay, look at that. It is super soft. You do have to rub it in a little bit just to get it to be even because it is a very soft formula. But overall, it is great, very wearable and comfortable. Ooh, gotta get that selfie. All right. And here is the final look with my nude metallic lip. And I also wanted to try on a little bit of a darker lip just to get that fall vibe. So I'm gonna go with Fenty Beauty Underdog Stunna Lip Paint. And I went ahead and took some of that clear gloss from Raw Skin Beauty called Undress Me just to give a little bit of glossy finish, and that's what really took it over the top for me. Like that, it was the gloss for me, okay? That's what really set it off. So I really hope you all enjoyed this fall inspired soft glam look. Please subscribe, keep watching. Thank you so much for tuning into my first YouTube video, and I'll see you soon.